everyone. Welcome to the YouTube live with Harshil Sharma, right?
Yes,
Yeah. So he has been doing sadhana since many months. That is, now he is in. You're in Baglamukhi month, right? Right now. Sorry.
Dakshina Kali Mandir.
Dakshina Kali. Okay. So it is Dakshina Kali is in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, eighth month. And so also for some reason his camera has elongated him. And yeah, but it is fine though. So Harshil, how has the experience been so far? And also like you were not there in season one of YouTube Live. That is season one of YouTube Live had all the OGs, and so we missed you in the season one. So season two you have come, and like also you have shared so much experiences in the Telegram groups the uh, regarding the love for Kali, especially Smashan Kali, more than any other deities. And so, please tell us your affinity towards Kali Ma, and also tell us why you are uh, more attracted towards the tamasic or uh, that is the tantric version of deities more than the Vedic. What is this affinity? And also tell us how Krishna entered your life and how he has been. Yeah.
Yes, so actually, first of all, thank you so much for inviting me here. And like
Mm,
for past so many Thursdays, I have been watching your live and the last live with Rupesh. Rupesh was the most awaited one, if I would say, and
mm,
his like his words really enlightened me and like all the followers. But
mm,
whenever I saw your live, right, I always imagine myself talking to you on the live and you're asking me
mm.
these questions and I would answer. But
Uh,
you just ask me and I'm like, teacher, like, where should I start? Because I've been
mm,
gapping for about these past Thursdays. Okay, so first of all, uh, this, this Dakshina Kali month, and yes, Dakshina Kali has been the best month of all my 8 months sadhana. And Dakshina Kali, I would say that she is the most motherly deity I have ever experienced. But I was never introduced to Kali like I was introduced to Kali by you. Like everyone has engraved a kind of fear in me regarding Kali because everyone
yeah.
said that.
Harshil, is there any way you can improve the audio? Like some people are telling it's not audible correctly, or
Okay,
it's not
so
good.
like, is it better right now?
Yeah, yeah. Now it's good. When you're close, it is good, I guess. No, no. No, it went off. It went off. So it became good in the middle. Like when you brought your phone close to you, it became good, but suddenly it went off.
Okay, so Guru Bro, your video stopped. It is good right now.
Yeah, yeah. Now the quality is good. The voice quality is good.
Okay, so uh, yes, with Dakshina Kali, yes,
Mm,
I was. Everyone engraved a kind of fear in me that you shouldn't do Kali sadhana. But since childhood, I was very like attracted to tantric deities. I don't know why, but like deities like Bhairava and Kal Bhairava especially and Kali and all these deities like those who are very raging, the ugra form of any deity, even Ganesha or Ma Durga. So I was
mm,
very attracted to them. Like I felt a sense of protection if I was in their temple or around them.
mm,
And maybe it is because of my childhood traumas, and maybe it is because of something else. I don't know. But during this month, like all the other months, I have been just doing their sadhana, connecting with them, and they treated me very good. Let it be Uchishti Ganapati. Uchishti Ganapati roasted me in
mm,
the starting few days when I just actually connected with him, not had a darshan of him, but yeah, the signs he gave me. Yes, it was very, I would say, humbling experiences from him. But then Tripura Bhairavi and Ma Kamla, they were the first ever deities who actually kind of understood me because I was very lethargic. I was very like lustful kind of guy, but
mm,
and I was trying to overcome this addiction, and I was trying to look into myself like, is having lust bad? Like, is being lustful bad? But when I did these DT sadhana,
mm,
they actually like confronted me with the real raw truth, what it is and what you have.
mm,
During the Kamakali month, I didn't have such darshan or such great experiences that I had in this Kali month. But
mm,
when, like sometimes, if you have noticed, I message you out of the blue and I say, Guru Bro, my life has turned 720 degrees around. Just tell me something what to do. And you always
mm,
say, just do all the DTs Mala 108 times and you will find a solution. And I'm like,
mm,
what is he saying? He's not providing me any solution, but I still listen to you. I still just sit down, do the malas, and I'm like, oh, okay, now I've gained clarity and I've got my answer. Same
mm,
happened a few months ago, like last month only, when I was in Krishna month. Krishna month was very like kind of humbling experience, but also kind of adventurous experience for me because, as I told you in the earlier times, also like Krishna was a very distant deity for me.
mm,
I've of the Gita, and I have seen it, YouTube videos about it. Like
mm,
I have seen people talking about like Katha and the acharyas that do uh, kathas about Krishna. I always listen to them. To Premanandji Maharaji a lot, but I have still this kind of like fear in me that Krishna is a very
mm,
high class deity. He only deals with the people who are not egoistic, who are very
mm,
beautiful looking, who have a like very glowing aura around them,
mm,
and Krishna was a little biased all the times because they always said that Krishna will only accept you if you surrender to him. He will not make you surrender to him, but you will have to surrender only, and he will only accept you if you are pure. And I was like, I am not at all pure. Okay, I
mm,
have done bad deeds. I have lot of guilt. And then suddenly, out of the blue, you said in during initiation only that when you were initiating me with the Krishna mantra, you have a lot of guilt in them for something. They are always afraid of Krishna. So I'm like,
mm,
okay, this month will give me either give me something or take away something from me. So I
mm,
did, and it was a very long. For first week, I was like sitting for 2 hours, which I was not used to, and
mm,
only one mala took me, and I was doing like the Vachik jap only. And
mm,
and first day I thought, okay, so it took me 2 hours. I started at like 4 a.m. and it's right now 6:15, and I
mm,
don't know how I'm gonna continue this every day for the next 30 days.
mm,
For not even gonna lie about this, for the first whole week during the I would say the japa during my sadhana, in my imagination only, I used to curse Krishna like, why do you have to have such a long mantra? Why can't you just make it short, like 3 or 4 lines? So
mm,
I used to say all this to him. But after the first week, when I entered the second week, I gained a sense of love from him that he's very accepting in nature.
mm,
I started realizing that one of your whiteboard series, you have said, not in the recent one where you explained about Krishna, but you in earlier ones you have said that Krishna is above the Maya and he has mastered all the Maya. So he has
mm,
mastered the ego sense also, our ego self also. So he knows what I'm suffering through.
mm,
So maybe he will understand, and he did. Like in second and third week, the sadhana
mm,
became very smooth, and I started actually liking it. And he was like, I tried your scooter method, and I would say Krishna wasn't fond of me trying that, and he said, Like in my mind only, when I used to imagine him as a placeholder DT, he used to tell me that he used to smack me and tell me that go find your own method, stop copying others. Okay.
mm,
And I was like, okay, you don't have to be like so humbling about it. And then, yes, I found it many other ways. But one thing that always stuck with me that I was really not noticing whenever I thought about Krishna, right, I had this sense of vision every time when I thought about Krishna since the Mahavidya Kamla month, because next month only was Krishna. And I was always thinking that what would Krishna's house be like? We have imagined all deities' houses. And I always thought, what was Krishna's house be like? Where will I find Krishna sitting with me? And then always like a vision came to my mind, and even in my dreams also, that me and Krishna were sitting on a mountainside, a cliff, a very grassy cliff, and we were
mm,
looking like down on a city, on a very modern city. It had like very good houses, beautiful houses, and
mm,
sunsets. And I was looking there, and I always had this sense that Krishna was always sitting right beside me in all these visions.
mm,
During the last week of the Krishna month, on the last day of the last week, when I was about to initiate it next day with a Kali mantra,
mm,
I had this, like I went deep into sadhana, and I tried all the methods, the scooter method and my method that I invented. That was me just sitting down with Krishna and sharing my traumatic experiences with him, because he is above Maya and he will. I I always knew the answer. He will say, just it's all shit. It's all a dream. Go to hell, just sit down and forget everything. And I
mm,
was like, okay, but I still shared all my traumas with him.
mm,
So last day, very last day, I actually experienced what it was like to sit on that cliff. I like sat down in my sadhana. It was 4 a.m. In like just 30-35 minutes, my sadhana was over. But I didn't even realize that I was doing the beats. Like I was going forward only. I thought I was stuck on one beat only. And
mm,
uh, after 30-35 minutes, I realized that the Meru bead has come. And
mm,
all during those 30 minutes, I was just sitting with Krishna on the cliff. It was wind hitting my face, and we were just quiet.
mm,
Me and him were just sitting down. We were just quiet. No one said anything. We were just sitting. And I
mm,
didn't realize that the mantra was actually chanting itself. And then I was initiated. And during then the Kali month. Now the Kali month has been like, how do you say something that comes very fast and you're not able to handle that kind of experiences? So
mm,
it was like that. From the first day only, when I did Kali Sana, I was very excited. I'm like, I have been awaiting this month for so
mm,
many months now, and now I'm finally here. I'm not going to listen to anyone. Three malas is max, and on the first day only, I'm going to try to do four. And in flow, I did five. I was very excited. I was very excited. And then like sudden experience hit me, and I was like, okay, something's not good, and I may have gone overboard.
mm,
And then what? I can't even explain like that. Things were like I was having such a tingling sensation in my spine that I wasn't even able to sit, stand,
mm,
run, or do anything. I
mm,
did what Surya Namaskar, I did Kapal Bharti, and then I texted you that Guru bro, how many malas actually can we do? And you said only three. And if you are like very kind of maniac person, do four, five. Okay. So on the first day I did, but yeah. Then after that first day, it's now been actually 20 days since Kali Sadhana, and she has given me a lot of visions. She has given me a lot of
mm,
dreams. And during the start of this month, I'm going to start of this month. I was never even like thought that I would be able to overcome my lust. Okay, during
mm,
because these sadhanas only, these past months only, I was trying to
mm,
overcome my lust, but it wasn't actually happening. But when I actually offered my blood to her, and
mm,
I said nothing that you sanctify this blood, you purify this blood, or I just said what you ask, like just take my lust away from me, or my jealousy, anger, greed, anything that will obstruct my sadhana from you. So You just take it away and you keep it. I don't want it back. And then she actually took it away. When I wore this dhara, so
mm,
my from the first day only, I didn't even thought about it. From the first day only, my lust was like so down that everything seemed boring to me. I
mm,
came home after exercising and I was watching Instagram reels. Some like content came of that type, and I was not even aroused. I just saw it like a normal content. I didn't differentiate between lustful content or it was bad content, or I didn't even think about that. Am I getting like kind of aroused from this? But yeah, it was like a very humbling, like very, I would say, eye-opening experience at that point. That not even thinking about it, and that's her power. So what if I can like literally ask her for anything and she
mm,
will give me to pay the price for it. So
mm,
on Saturdays I started doing like very intense sadhanas. I did kavacham for 51 times a day. I did like 11, 12 japas, and then to like balance it out I also did like krishna mantra 21, 25 times. And
mm,
but yes, she, and now whenever I look at her, sometimes I feel like I don't want to do sadhana. I wake up at 3 a.m. and sometimes I feel like I should just go back to bed and I should do my sadhana at evening when I earlier used to do, or at night when everything is very quiet. But
mm,
I just come and try every day. I clean my altar and I clean her photo and then apply her ittar in just a like form of like making her new every day. Like I
mm,
bath, so she should also smell good every day. So when I
mm,
was applying every day, when I wake up and apply her ither, so looking at just her photo, it's like it makes one fall in love. If you have done enough sadhana of her, like sometimes I just look at her and I start to cry in evening, or sometimes when I just sit, I sometimes like come at night and sit in just front of her and talk to her. And sometimes I just come, if it's a very heavy day, I just come and sit down and I complain to her about all the things that happened in my day. And then I
mm,
would just cry. And I would
mm,
just cry. And like during this sadhana, one vision was very uncertain and out of place that I had was during this Kali month only. And that is when I discovered my love for Shamshana Kali. Like I was very attracted to her in from the start only. But during this month only, and I've discovered that it is actually Shamshan Kali that I am always talking about. So when I
mm,
was doing my sadhana, I was on the third and fourth mala, and I was very deep. I was like mentally chanting. I only mentally chant from the second week or so, and
mm,
like I had a vision where I was just sitting, and then there was a like fire in front of me. There was like not a very big fire. I
mm,
thought at first it was a dead body burning. It was a funeral fire, and
mm,
then I thought that it was a Havan Kund, a triangular Havan Kund. I couldn't actually see. It was a very short vision. So then I looked to my right, and then I looked to my left, and then I looked down. I was like I had a very skinny legs, and the ground, it was like very muddy, and it had cracks in it, like a very dried up ground.
Harshil, are you there? Mm, maybe something wrong with the internet. So I'm audible, right? Okay. Yeah, no problem. Yeah. Yeah, you're audible. You're talking about some vision regarding Havan Kund. Mm,
Like I
mm,
couldn't, if I, even if I lift up my hand like this, I couldn't even, so
mm,
I could look at the ground because it was there was a fire, and then I looked up, and that the vision was so short. It had, or maybe it was something, because the only reason was I looked up, and when I saw a little two eyes, very, and it was very beautiful pair of eyes, very very big,
mm,
like very just staring
mm,
right into me. It was a full pair of eyes. So I was just, they were staring into me. They were very scary because in this dark place, when you see two pair of eyes staring at you, it's still at 3 a.m.
mm,
The, it was like Ma only. She was looking at me, but the way I recognized it was, it
mm,
from, has a reddish pinkish color. That's why I recognized it. It had a, and she had all the patterns on the face till here. Okay, and her hair was very big hair, and it surrounded all of that. Big, very like hair. I couldn't even explain at that particular. Then uh, when they say terrible, when she gives you darshan, I always used to say, how terrible can she be? But I had this vision away. My heart
mm,
was pounding so hard. It was like hard for me even to breathe. And
mm,
like went around and looked for my asthma pump, and I
mm,
that
mm,
like I'm not literally ready for this. These,
mm,
because
mm.
give me uh,
Yeah, Harshil. Yeah, the what is happening is your voice, right? Voice and video is like it's differentiating. That is, it's not like syncing. Your voice and video, it's like lagging. The video is coming later. The voice is coming faster.
okay. Is it good
Uh, yeah, you can check in fast.com. What is the speed?
now? I am showing 30. It's like
Uh,
actually 45 and 31. That
oh, like the thing is, your video is coming later and your audio is coming faster. So it's like lagging. But it's fine, I guess. Yeah, it's good. Yeah, you were talking about becoming speechless. Yeah. Otherwise, you can like click on the video icon on the live and like double click on it.
is
Huh.
it good now?
Yeah, it's better, I guess. Yeah, you can. Yeah, you can. Continue.
And one is saying that G. I think that the yes, the voice is.
What?
I think the voice is okay now. I'm looking at the comments and they say they are.
No, the voice now has become like a little bit dull. Like before, it was good. Now it's good. Now the voice is good.
Okay, then okay. Sometimes work very lags here, so that problem is there.
Oh, is there any good place like outside the house or somewhere where?
Yes, actually, there's been construction
Oh,
where network pole. So
uh-huh.
our fiber net cable always like it's disturbed like this.
Yeah, yeah, no problem. Yeah, you can continue. Yeah.
I think they're doing something. So
Okay.
I think I should like logging again. They're saying
Login. Okay, you can try. I feel like it'll be same because internet. Okay, you can try that. Yeah.
I should just try.
Okay. Hello everyone. Uh, it's laggy.
Is it still lag?
Otherwise, like one person has told, like you can switch off the video. Like
Okay.
that time that synchronization problem won't be there, right? Otherwise, it'll be like you're talking something, you're speaking some. So yeah. So now can you speak?
Yes. So like my voice is not lagging, right?
Voice is correct. That time only video lags. So now it's good. Yeah, now you can continue. So Ma Kali.
Yes. So actually, what I was here that she gave me this vision, and I was kind
Hmm.
in the personal chat also, and you
Hmm.
told me that
Hmm. 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 Harshil. Harshil. Huh.
haven't opened the camera yet.
Yeah. Now it's good. Now.
Yes. So I was like having these visions and all. So I was into it a little bit. I mean, group of Kali Mantra sadhaks, and do it a little. It's like man blender, and there is a site that is man blender through you, but Prophet 666 was the picked up my earlier mantras, the one that I used to chant before this initiation. So I was since like childhood, I was very fond of
Hmm.
burial grounds and all this. So
Hmm.
we shift now live. We shifted to 2 years ago, but
Hmm.
place where I have been living for the past years. that place is actually not, you can say, some place. It's like a very village kind of place.
mm,
uh, there. So there is a like a Samshan at my home. So the place that I was born, it had Shamshan right beside, and then there was a burial ground attached to it. So it was like a one-on-one offer kind of me.
mm,
So since childhood only, I used to go to that cremation ground and just sit there for
mm,
like brief 6 or 7 or so. Because I liked that place, and sometimes I used, like, people used to go like Ram Nam, just used to sit there and be very fond of it. Like, that person is sit by myself and just what would be their family feeling right now? He dead, conscience or consciousness left in him. I didn't know the meaning of consciousness back then. It was just for me what we call ego, right? So
mm,
that is, and I just used to sit there, fire burning until it spent so much time there. Tell my mother that I'm gonna go and play, and sometimes in the afternoon, and I used to just, there was a very like a very beautiful written there by a person. It was like the cremation ground. Some the poem Atma, and that poem was so beautiful, and I used to about he now I enlightened person. He was a very wisdom. He that person had, because he used to accept death in such beauty. Like, he used to say that death is not the end, but it is a very beautiful one goes through. Right? It's all suffering and all this type of thing to say. And then most of the years I spent my, but never doing anything. Just watch so many people you come to Samshan and give their offerings.
mm,
Sometimes they bought it in a polythene, or sometimes red clothes wrapped around. And some used to say that these are black magic. They do black magic to harm. From there of exploring what is black magic. There I started looking into these things, that who are these black magic deities. And whenever I asked anyone, any single person, that black magic, commonly who would they worship? And the only name was, oh, they worship Kali. They all worship
mm,
Kali. Anyone who does black magic, right, they all worship Kali. So if you would have asked my childhood self Kali, I would say that she is someone that sells black magic in red and black polythenes. And
ah,
besides, you cannot pay her money. Not pay her money. No, 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 no. You have to bring a liquor bottle, and you have to bring coconuts, and you have to bring blood, and murga and all that meat, and that is what she accepts. She is a total drinker, and all the drunkards I would see would meat and drink, and they were offering that to her also. So I thought, oh, she's like one of us. So who could she be? Then even if I was on a death, I would not do Kali sadhana. I don't want to gain any bad karmas in my life. And so I did that, and many years passed. I was actually, I would say, of doing sadhana. Born into a very, not say spiritual family. I would
mm,
say I was born into a very religious family. And obviously, religious families do all things and do many things to gain material benefits from God. And since childhood, I have noticed that whenever people go into temples, whether may it be temples, you can go look and they will offer the money to the deity, and they may sit there, they may spend their time there, but they are not the type of person who would never ask for anything. Sometimes family actually had a routine that we every time we have to every Saturday or Sunday or every once in a month we have to go to this temple. We had a fixed temple, Jhandewalan Mandir of Delhi, and we used to go there for
mm,
any occasion we have, be it birthday, just once in a month visit. I always saw my mother that she used to just go there and she used to never ask for anything. Like for me, in instance, ki I have not made any notebook. I am class 8 and the teacher will fail me. So you just do and make her okay. Just I want that. I don't want A grade. Just bring me
mm,
E grade. Don't do F. And
mm,
I would ask my father from 10 or 20 rupees, and I used to do I used to give her in the dan patra that here is 20 rupees and for two subjects only, please do it. Okay, so it was a give and take relationship from her, and sometimes it actually worked, I would say. That's why I was trying it every time, and yes, kind of relationship. But I always saw my mother that whenever she went there, she used to bring with her the murti there, and she never used to ask for anything. She used to just sit there and spend time quietly, and in half an hour we leave. Then I used to go. There is a very famous mandir, and you would have looked it in movies. It's in Karol Bagh. It's the Hanuman Mandir. It's a big orange Hanuman statue. Whenever they get a shot of Delhi, they always get that shot. Okay, it's like a statue of Delhi only. So when I got there, that mandir is very beautiful down there. Now murtis of deities like Chinnamasta, Shamshan Kali, and Vati
mm,
also. I never in 100 years I would have thought the kind of deity exists, and she has wisdom. Whenever I used to go there, I think that Devi sitting, she is very old, so she might be very grumpy kind of person.
mm,
Never existed as a deity.
mm,
So and I always like a story and afraid, so I never used to go there. And they had like bone and a skull made out of plastic of Paris POP, and they had to her as an offering. Uh, a Samshan Kali only. Like, look, she has skull. He's not a good person to be around. Okay, and that was my so. But now, what is her important? That and then there would that just never end. Like once I started doing my very first sadhana, some random guy when I was in Vaishno Devi, my family used to visit Vaishno Devi 4 or 5 times a year. They were very fond of that place. It was like a outing on a vacations. So once I visited there, and some guy there gave me Shiva mantra, do this many jap and this many mala of Om Namah Shivaya.
mm,
He said this will give you bad karmas, and I had a lot of guilt at that moment. I knew that I have done a lot of bad karmas. So as I started doing this, I never had a original mala, and my mother was like she was a very old sadhak of Ma Kali. She had stopped Ma Kali sadhana on on order of her guru only. So she was a very old Kali sadhak, and so she gave me one mala on my young. So now you take this mala and her guru allowed it, gave me that mala. Then I shifted my sadhana. I was never like disciplined with my sadhana with one sadhana, I would say for many, like for some few weeks I am doing Om Namah Shivaya, and then I saw a reel that you should do Mrityunjay mantra this many times, that will give you liberation. Mrityunjay many times while doing Abhishekam, that will give you liberation. Then I also Abhishekam also. Then in after I got like a very depressive or suicidal phase, I would say, came for me. Like I was in childhood days only, I was actually sexually assaulted school boys and me lick like the toilet seat and all, beat me up very bad. After into depressive phase, went then when I myself back from this depressive phase, I then tried some sports, national, and when in 20 I was going to be representing my country only,
mm,
and my camp was about all the documentation thing was being done. So I was in Delhi, so they put that club in those days. Uh, there, some students like they were not, I would say, good students or maybe jealous. They just hated me, kind of bully people, and they bullied me there. Actually, very.
mm,
I came to that place in 2021 to 2022. I was in a very was injured and depressive, dull mindset, you can say right now. Um, then in 2020, that you have so much and Ugra deities, Tantric deities. Then I looked into it because I had a fear ingrained in myself that people would hurt me when I walk out and I don't do my sadhana. The thought very much itself comes to me naturally that people are going to hurt me. Be it you, you are my guru, and if I don't do sadhana, I would think that you are going to do black magic on me only. So
mm,
um, that happened that then I started searching about tantric deities and everything is there harmless or
mm,
helpful. I went to a site that was called prophet666.com. They had all kinds of mantras, Kal, Bhairav, and Kali mantra, Shamshan Kali mantra, and mantras of, and then I started chanting it.
mm,
But then I watched some for like 1 year or so. I chanted because it to another mantra. That was when I watched the TRS podcast in 2023. I watched the TRS podcast of Rajeshri Nande sir, very famous. And then I started doing the Nama Japa, Om Bhairavai Nama. And then in the way even I met you, it was very 2023, 2024, and Sadak. Okay, we never met in person. We never shared. We used to share memes to tell each other about how like how going. She was into Kundalini sadhana. Her guru had initiated that person, and she used to tell me about her visions that she is getting visions about me. It's like you're lying to just like getting maybe or close. But she was like, no, I'm not wrong. I'm getting visions about you. And she is like guiding me or something. In 2024 June, last message of her, don't like kind of stop your sadhana. Please continue it. is this? You just ghosted me. I was to that person at that point of time. She was a girl. I found out it really, and in all, I went into depressive phase. But in December, I collected myself doing sadhana for only one purpose, that I want to find a kind of person who will actually initiate me into this sadhana. In 25 June, for the first, sorry, in 2020, opened my laptop, YouTube is there, and I refresh my page. You're there, and it just three views, actual three views, and I'm like saying my feed, why is it there? And it was about your that video. Since then, I have been in, like, I like thought process so much. I'm like, this guy thinks about me somewhere. Okay, thoughts match, and I was like, let's go. And you told me in the video that there is a Kundalini program you're initiating your students to. I'm like, let's go grab. And when I grabbed it, I am very fond that I did, because at that moment only, I actually like you have, when I Uchishta Ganapati month only, I have been saying that you have a kind of you, that even the person who doesn't know you, they get very attracted to you. They like just come by themselves to you only, that please talk, do anything but talk to us. And even I was like that in Uchishta Ganapati month, when I was, when for the very first time I talked to you on the video call. I was like, this person is kind of aura around it, and like I had my thoughts in mind that this person doesn't even groom that well. His beard is growing up, and his hair is not even. I always said that to him more and more and more. I just don't. I just want to talk to him non-stop, never stop. And that at that moment I realized that okay, let's do this sadhana. If I'm going to be disciplined in this, then maybe I'll watch something. This month
mm,
only, I realized that when I was having a conversation with Kali, like last to last 2 nights ago, I just came to my room, sat down in front of her, and I started having a conversation. I asked starting her questions that, what do you want me to do? Because from past months, she has been urging me to renunciate things. Where I was getting the, and since I started this sadhana, I am getting like an renunciate everything, like exercising. I just go and exercise, but when I don't want to eat food, I don't want to like do anything that will benefit me, but I have kind of thing that I have to take upon my responsibilities. So I do all my, whenever whatever I'm being told that do this work or earn for your family, that I always say that I'm ready to do that, but it's like that lingering feeling in me that
mm,
I would say
mm,
we not. That's why I am always asking in the Telegram group that else getting this, like to renunciate, not just renunciate, but actually be very distant from and find you, so that you can for the next 24 hours you can do, or you can be just sit down the mantra and chant it, like don't have a limit. But because when you just go away from everyone, then you don't have, you can just chant the mantra how much ever times you want. And that's what I want, like people, like I plan that this Saturday I'm free for Sunday, so I'm going to sit at 1 p.m. and 5 a.m. I will wake up after chanting all मैं अपना मन भर के उठूंगा पूरा अच्छे से, ऐसा वाला बिल्कुल प्लान बना के बैठ सैटरडे को. So I try to, but like there are disturbances when you are in a household, so
Mm.
that is not possible. Was actually
Uh,
story.
you can switch off the.
Yeah, actually my video is off only.
Okay. My my voice is echoing, Harshil.
Voice.
Like, can
Is it
you
like that?
mute yourself? Hello, hello. Okay.
Is it good?
No, no. Mute yourself so that I can speak.
Yes, yes, okay.
Hello, hello. Okay, yeah. So yeah, got it, Harshil. That the way you landed to this sadhana, and also yeah, Prasanna Joshi. Welcome to Project Kali membership, and uh, I'll share you the Excel sheet in WhatsApp, and you can book your session for Uchishta Ganapati Sadhana initiation whenever. And yeah, Harshil, regarding the journey you had, right, from childhood, that is, during childhood, like getting attracted to dead bodies and uh, like going through some traumatic events, and finally uh, reaching this sadhana. It's like very beautiful journey that you had, and it feels like you had all the bad events, like how Krishna did, during childhood. Even Krishna was like he was facing through so many difficulties, uh, like one after the other, and because of that he became that ultimate god level human. That is, uh, since he went through so many things, he became so divine. I feel like, the more we suffer in this maya, right, the more divinity comes inside us. And I feel like that is why you are Harshil. That is, you are this kind of person who is very kind and very open to surrender to the deities, and that is why you are very susceptible to the deities. That is, deities don't listen to any person. It's not like some random guy is gonna pray to deities and they're gonna listen. They will listen only the people who have very selfless heart, very kind heart. And I feel like you have that because you have gone through so many things, right, in the childhood. And so uh, yeah, the childhood has shaped you, and it is you basically. Whatever bad events that we go through in our childhood or whenever, it is us. Problem is people try to avoid that part of us which is like traumatized or bad or guilty. So we try to avoid this part of us, but uh, when we realize it is us, that is, it has shaped us so much, and it is like a stepping stone towards something bigger, something more divine. So I don't feel like we should avoid all those things. Like whatever happened in the past, we should not avoid. We should not try to block those memories because those memories have shaped us, right? How if that memory was not there, you would not be you. So, for example, every character in the physical realm or any realm that sort is defined by its memories. That is, every character is defined by it's not defined by features because features are shaped by those memories, right? So we can tell that every character is a memory itself. That is, for Sadashiva, every character is a memory. Harshil is a memory of Sadashiva. Aditya is a memory of Sadashiva. So various characters are just memories of Shiva. And the reason Shiva experiences his old character is because to so that he can reach back to his original state, that is the void. To reach back there, it is like a journey. It's like a television that he himself watches coming to the past. Then he goes back to the his original state. It's like a leela. Leela meaning it's a loop. A loop, like he goes back, chooses the Harshil character, then again evolves and becomes goes back to Sadashiva. So it's a beautiful process of Leela, and we have to enjoy every second of the Leela. Sorry, mosquito. Yeah. So when we enjoy every part of the Leela, right? That time life becomes more beautiful. Like how you enjoyed even during the traumatic times, you uh, you depended on Kali. You completely relied on her. Similarly, we have to rely on our future self or our lover. It can be anything. The lover need not be deity itself. It can be your own girlfriend, boyfriend, or mother, brother, sister, whoever you want. You can depend on them, and the ultimate goal is you have to enjoy every second of your life. When we enjoy every second of our life becomes beautiful. And because that is why we entered this Maya, right? I mean the Sadashiva, the witness consciousness. The reason it is watching these characters is to enjoy every second of it. And if we don't want to watch this character, then we can just close our eyes and tell Kali to chop off our head. So she will remove you directly. She will not entertain any bullshit. If you feel that you don't want to watch this movie, she will stop the movie. She is very readily available to stop the movie. That is why she is Kali. So whoever is like suffering in Maya, or whoever is doesn't want to watch this character's life. For example, now let's say the Sadashiva inside me is like suffering too much because Aditya's character is too painful to experience. So that Sadashiva can directly request Kali. The Maya, because Kali is Mahamaya, all the feminine deities, right? They are the Mahamaya. So the witness consciousness inside us can directly request the Mahamaya, please, I don't want to watch this character anymore. And Kali will just remove, like she will not entertain any kind of what to say, suffering or anything. She just likes to remove people from Maya whenever the request is sent. And whereas Vishnu is not like that. Vishnu, what he does is he will make you go through those chapters. For example, let's say now Aditya's life has 8 chapters, and like at chapter 3, uh, my witness is like, it's too painful, it's too painful, I can't, I want to go to Sadashiva directly. So that time Vishnu will be like, no, 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 you have to cross all the chapters, cross the chapter till chapter 8, only then come to me. So he will make you go through the Maya. He will never be like, okay, I'll remove you. But only Kali, the reason is because Kali is so, she's a mother, and she's so what to say, so much empathy she has towards her children being us only, the Vishnus, right? That is Sadashiva's babies. Whenever we enter the Maya, we become babies. So uh, she doesn't let us suffer, so she will remove directly and let us go back to our father form. So that is how Kali does. And Vishnu is like a uncle figure. Like, he will be like, no, no, you have to go through everything, no escape, no shortcuts. So like that. Uh, and yeah, Harshil. So how did you feel about today's session? That is, were you able to disclose all the secrets?
Well, I can I did disclose all my secrets, but
Mm,
I had some questions. Have these questions, which I have seen. Many people don't get the correct answer. For example, um, my friends only who do sadhana, some of my friends, they always are in a kind of loop where they are saying that should we do only mantra japa if we are initiated by a bij and or we should like do all that hatha yoga and all that where you are actually going out walking barefoot then getting sunlight always like getting as much prana into you by doing of pranayama practices all kinds of available to all these things who has a job feet and they come home that they can do their sadhana and gain the connection with the deity. I have found this like very confusing thing that people are saying leave all your work and do yoga to connect with the deity, or else you can go and do thousand malas and you still won't connect with the deity. And that's
mm,
where my question comes in that is love and the japa for the deity enough for the deity in all this leela. For example, for us, it's only like we are trying to connect with the deity. But from the deity's perspective in the astral there are so many people there are billions of people not just in India, out of India also that some people are trying to connect with Kali only so they just want to see her not they don't even want her to liberate them they just want to see her they are in so in love with her but
mm,
they don't have let's say if our vessel our bodies are a kind of receiver signals and our receiver is poor in prana like we don't live kind of natural life where we can eat organic food and do so many yoga practices throughout the day we love and worship so much.
Um, so the love for deities, no, it must come through thinking that they are our own future self. Like if you connect with deities thinking that they are someone else, like some judgmental, highly evolved creatures, if you think like that and connect with deities, they will never connect. They will connect when you consider them as your own future forms who have transcended this three-dimensional realm, which is like uh, which is restricted with its own space-time. So we have to consider them as some beings who have escaped the space-time of this realm, and they have gone to the other, and they are existing as our parallel self. So where the time is like near the zero, that is Sadashiva is where time stops, right? Completely stops. It is always in the present in Sadashiva. So the near realms like causal astral, their time is there, but it's very slow. Like it's almost negligible. The wherever the deities are there, right? So here the time is very fast. It goes on like cycles and so whenever we want to connect we have to think that okay we are connecting with someone who has escaped this space time and uh, when you do that that time immediately they connect because they will realize you have already considered them as their own as your own. If you consider them as separate they will never connect. So that is how, because you have to feel that you are them and they are you. Otherwise there is no commonality, right, to connect. For example, now when I met you uh, during the initiation, I saw myself in you. That is, I saw someone who is like drawn towards all the tamasic rajasic form of deities, and like even I am that, like even I love matangi, like the tamasic form, and even I love smashan kali because I saw like some past self uh, where we did some sadhana in the smashan, where we like I literally saw myself in you. that is why I connected so well. Like whenever you shared your experience, like I could feel that, if we were like together, we would be like going to smashan every day and doing sadhana. uh, so that is what I saw. Maybe we did that in past life. We might have gone uh, together to a smashan for smashan kali sadhana, just for fun. Like it's like so fun, right, to connect with the mother, like in different form. Like mother is so peaceful in the Tripura Sundari form, all beautiful. Then in the Kali form, she's all aggressive, and in the Tripura Bhairavi form, she's so loving with giving you food every day. And Kamala, she's like very rich, like full abundance. And so the mother has like different forms. And we, the Sadashiva, we also act in different form. We are the Vishnus, right? Like when we enter the Maya, the womb of the mother, we have different avatars, like the Vishnus, the Shavatar, if you see. Even we have different. So it's basically we are showing the mother. See, even we have like different avatars. So even she has different avatars. So it's like beautiful to that exchange of love, right, between the witness and the mother. It's like so beautiful when we share it. And uh, that's why we love doing sadhana. Whenever we do sadhana, we are doing sadhana very alone actually. That is, there is no one, like literally when you do sadhana, around you there is no one. Like now also while I'm talking with you, no one is near me. Like I'm not talking to anyone actually. That is, the time is zero, the Sadashiva state. The time is zero. And I have created Maya such that, I will never get bored. I have created a mother, I have created her own Leela, I have created, because the witness is so advanced that it can create that mother and son loop, the where the mother gives rise to son, son again loves the mother, again mother. So it's like a loop of mother and son, and it is like going on crazy. And that the truth is, there's no one around actually. Uh, so that is where we go whenever we meditate very much, like very strongly. When we meditate, right, when we get that vairagya so much that we go to that place where there is no mother, no son, and we are all alone. And that is the goal,
The goal
to, to reach the truth.
to reach the truth. I think that like very kind of beautiful form of the mother. Like for me, I think that Shamshan Kali or a Gor Kali is like the most beautiful form. No,
Hmm.
because we always have this black and white thinking in our daily lives. For example, when some on my job, my boss is talking very well to me. I'm meeting targets. My sadhana is going very good. Like I'm very much no pain, but and I'm also trying able to chant the mantra very good. And I'm waking up good. I'm eating good, sleeping good. But suddenly, and that white everyone and everyone is actually happy and everyone everything around them. There is so much that you will love that person also.
Hmm.
When it comes down to suddenly you suddenly and not just the job part, suddenly you are the person that no one wants. You're
Hmm.
left. You're like you are seemed as a pervert. You're seemed. You're traded for everything. You're a tool now for people. Will pay you to use you only, and then they also they'll allow you to be close to them. The untouchable practice in also is a very great example for this. For the
burnt alive or being pelted with stones. People that have all suffered actually never agree. But in this, think about Shamshan Kali. She's like uh, if you are the most left triggered person out there, right? Which nobody likes. Closest wouldn't like you. She's like opening her arms and saying that what if they don't like you? I will like you because my home is cremation ground. I can offer nothing to you other than dead bodies because that
mm,
is what all I have. This is my home, my place only. So when I say that I was very fond of dead bodies, usually I used to that no one
mm,
we through like give it to the Ganga Maya. He takes it away. So it's every time the mother takes her child, and when in the contrast of we never actually connect deities in the form thinking that he's our mother or she is our future self only. But we are always thinking that she is some like high level or some ugra or something. But we never when will will be near our death. We know
mm,
that the time we'll find out that no one accept us. Like be grumpy and provide at that point I'll just want my human self want that somebody just wants to accept me. I want that somebody should love me. At that point no one will be there, and that will be the peak point where you'll realize these kind of forms of mother, Shamshan Kali and Aghor Kali, these things, they are made for these things, and they just that point the realization that hits, it's actually very eye opening that material gain and wealth, all we'll have to do, all we'll receive from them is nothing in.
mm,
And the next the most common thing people these days that they're blinded by everything. If you notice out there, uh,
mm,
for you example, you realize that you Leela, where you are asking me questions and you in the other form answering back, and then you in the other forms is actually watching you having a conversation. It's like a very inception type of thing. So and you are teaching yourself your future, what your future self taught you, so many things, right? It's like a very I wouldn't say uh, like very tangible or very concept that people would get in just simple,
mm,
right? But the way you put it,
mm,
you explain it, you just said that I am talking to myself and myself is actually looking at all of you, this creation, this kind of enlightenment and realization out there are not even this. Their ego is so high. So why is it that even like when we say people say that it is Kalyug only, that it is
mm,
because of that Kalyug
mm,
only we cannot realize who we truly are. But
mm,
maybe like it's something in people that don't want them to realize or something.
mm.
Some people are enjoying it too much.
See, the easiest way I'll tell you, I'll give you an example. Let's say you talked about untouchables, right? So let's say some very egoistic man, he's like there near you and he treats you very badly. For example, he some prasad or something he's giving, and when it comes to you, he's like, go away, don't touch the table, don't touch the prasad, go away, he tells you. So now uh, you're there as Harshil or Aditya or whoever. You're experiencing that event where the egoistic person, right? He's like telling, um, "Don't touch the table." So you got hurt. So now when you get hurt, you have to think that, like, who is getting hurt, and why is this event like pulling me? Like, you have to ask yourself, why am I getting angry? Why am I getting so like destructive? Why I want to hurt the other person who hurted me? So you have to think, like, what is going on? That time you'll realize that this this dream that you created, right, it is built in such a way that it keeps you engaged. So the movie, for example, let's say I make a very good movie, I will ensure that nobody leaves the theater. You know, that is the way a director or producer or actors, they create such good movies that they nobody will leave the theater. So that's why 3 hours you have to sit there. So that is why this Leela, right, this three-dimensional Leela has been created by you, such that you will not go away from your own movie. So you will not go away from the your own movie that you created long ago. So the Sadashiva, he's so his the intelligence is so strong that he has made a very stable dream, like a very stable Maya, uh, and he's entering the Maya, and he's ensuring that he will not leave it until he realizes his true self. So that is what it is. Like, you have to think why you got angry when that person, egoistic person, told you to not touch anything. Like, why you got angry, and why is this pulling me? You have to think, why is this Maya, why is this anger pulling me towards the events? Basically everything is an event. Even the conversation that we are having, right, it is an event here. Now let's say you're going to Domino's to eat pizza, so that is an event. And let's say you're doing some puja, again event. So it's like life is like a compilation of events, and these events, right, are pulling us. Like it's like pulling us. But the only time it doesn't pull us is when you love. That is when you do the puja of deities, Kali, Krishna, and all. That when you're holding the arti only, you'll feel, what am I doing? Like, why am I doing this? That is because your future self, that is Ganapati, Krishna, Kali, what they do is whenever you do their puja, they will give you a knowledge of your true self, but not other people. Like, other humans don't do that. Other humans never give you the truth. They always pull you into the movie. They always pull you back to the Maya. But your future self, which is kinder, like Ganapati, Krishna, Kali, Vishnu, Shiva, whoever it is, they ensure that when you do puja, like when you hold the arti like this, and when you do puja, they'll put some thoughts like, what am I doing? Why am I doing this? That time that realization strikes. Like, fuck, it's all fake. Like, everything is fake. Nothing is true. Uh, I mean, not the puja thing. Like, the whole Maya is false. So that is how they help us. Our future self help us in such a way that they will ensure we go out of the movie. They will they will not, because that is so intelligent that our future self, like Kali, Krishna, Subramanya, Ganapati, they are so intelligent that they are in the borderline of the movie, and they are helping only the ones who ask, like, I want to go away. Like, for example, let's say that in the theater there are like uh, watchmen, who give the 3D glasses, like when you go to a 3D movie, right, like there is like the attendants, like who are working for the theater, they give 3D glasses before you watch. So they are only helping you, like the deities are like those people who give you 3D glasses. So they are like helping you. Are you done with the movie or do you want to watch more? So if you pray to Lakshmi and all, like give me money. So that time, they'll be like, okay, take, like watch the movie more, watch it more. It's fine. Enjoy the theater. They'll bring popcorn also. If you order popcorn, they'll bring popcorn. Then you'll enjoy. Suddenly, when the heroine dies or someone dies, you get sad. So that time you want to leave the theater. When some ghost comes in the movie, right? That time you want to leave the theater. So that time they will help you. They'll take away your 3D glass and they'll help you go out of the theater. So out of the theater hall, there is Satya. Satya meaning no one. Like it's your own creation. But this realization, right, that it's your own creation is like a very highly it's very it's the last realization actually. That is there is no higher realization more than that. That saying that it's your own creation. If you go beyond that, there is nothing. So that is the peak level of realization that the Maya was created by me only.
That realize you have created all this, and have come down by yourself only to enjoy all this. To this,
Mm, mm, mm. Uh, went off. You got cut. Mm, mm, mm.
fear inside are like monkey minds.
Huh. So, uh, okay. So the thing is, if you consider this Maya as real and all your life achievements as real, then you will feel everything is a punishment. For example, if the deities, let's say, they make you go through some problem just to give you a taste of the truth. Let's say they make you go through some problem, and that time if you're attached to the Maya, you'll feel like it is punishment. But uh, if a soul is like trying to seek truth, then he will feel like it is a blessing. So whatever the deities made him go through, it is a blessing. So it all depends on the goal of the witness. Now if the witness's goal is to enjoy the Maya, like sit here and go through everything and strive hard, achieve something or some. So if his goal is like many, then he'll feel like when death arrives or when something goes bad, he'll feel sad. He'll be like, why did I go through this? Why is the deities? Why are the deities angry with me and all? But if a witness really doesn't care about the Maya, it wants to go to the truth, experience the truth. Then whenever deities send some bad problems, the thing is they don't send the problem. It is already written in your whatever bad events that's going to happen in your life. It's already destined for the character. Like if you see your Shodashavarga reading, right? Say, like from the birth of Harshil till the death of Harshil, everything is written. Like, there's no nothing we can do like to change. The only thing we can do to change is through our witness. That is only we can make our witness realize that we are not this. For example, now when you die, uh, the last second of death, right? If you think that oh no, I have forgot to achieve this, I have forgot to uh, give this thing to for example, let's say now I forgot to give um, some project work to some boss or something. So if you at the end of the last second of death, if you think oh fuck, I didn't submit this project to my boss, then there's no realization. Like it'll come back, the witness will come back to realize the truth again. But if the witness is very evolved, if it knows that okay, everything is a dream, we are just continuing for fun, then even in the last second, even if he forgets to submit the project to the boss, he'll be like okay, it's fine, it's I think I'm done with this dream. So the dream ends. uh, Dream ends with fear if you are very much attached to your achievements, but dream ends with peace if you realize nothing was true to begin with. When you realize this, right, the dream ends with love. That is it. You don't care about the dream basically.
To you, I don't know.
Hmm.
You give out so much. I'm not able to digest it.
Audible? Okay, sorry. Hmm. Hmm. No problem, Harshil. Like it was very fun to mute. Yeah. Uh, yeah, it was very fun to hear your stories, how you loved Kali, Smashan Kali, your tendencies, and because your tendencies resonates with many people, even me, like included. So that's why it was very useful. Like even though video was off because of the laggy part, like your audio helped many like resonate with what you have gone through. So thank you for coming to this live in the last moment. Uh, and yeah, we'll all meet in the whiteboard series on Sunday. So before ending the live, Harshil, do you want to say something?
We like many people in here
Mm.
face many kinds of connecting with the deity. But as you just said, it's all dream and it is all you only. Like we are all one. It's only. There is to hate any grudges against. I want another ashram in the uh, film also because who will hate me there? Okay,
Mm.
10 August I will not be. I'll be there in Astral Realm only.
Mm.
We'll do a meetup there.
After few hours, you might come, like 2 3 hours.
That is true. That is. I live far away.
Because there 3 hours is like equal to physical realms, maybe many years.
Yes. Don't you'll wait for me there cooking.
Hmm.
Yes, I'll just say that sadhana is very major mantras that you have initiated us with. These are very loving, very helpful. We just keep doing our sadhana regularly with discipline. Because for the people,
Yeah. Okay, then thanks everyone for joining. We'll end this live. Okay. Uh, Jai Mahakal.